Good afternoon, my name is Morgan Aley, student number 21816327, and I am here this afternoon interviewing teacher Regan. He is a Year 5 primary school teacher in the Tweed-Bundjalung region, and he's prepared a few answers for me. He will keep his laptop in front of him because he's nervous, but I think he'll do okay. Regan, question 1, if you don't mind, let's jump straight to it, please. How do you use data to inform decisions for planning and teaching cycles?
What this looks like is gathering initial data on students, known as diagnostic assessment.
Yes.
This could be something as simple as placement tests for numeracy that is produced through the game Prodigy and spits out a summary of where students are placing across a range of areas.
I've actually used Prodigy and that's a really great tool. Cool.
Paired with students' feedback and teacher observations, help to inform our decisions where the students are sitting individually and where the class is travelling as a whole. This type of data collection is essential to ensure that we, as teachers, are knowing the students and how they learn, and knowing
Standard 1.1.
and knowing the content and how to teach it. But how the two are together.
I love that Regan's prepared his answers and now he's reading them and he's got no idea what he's talking about. But thank you. So you're using diagnostic and formative assessment to have a look at your students and where they're at. I've also used Prodigy. Thank you. I'll jump to the next question. If you don't mind, is that all you had to feedback into that one?
Pretty much.
Okay, great, thank you. How is this data used to improve student learning? So how do you take the data from that diagnostic or formative assessment and use it to improve student learning?
All the data is collected throughout the term, the year, the next year even, and is analysed to identify any patterns including strengths and weaknesses, to ensure that we are meeting the needs of diverse learners in the classroom. Collecting and analysing data can do more than just help and support improve students' learning in the classroom, but can often start with a point to link students with additional support within the school, such as a wellbeing or learning support teams.
So what you're saying is that you're identifying if students have gaps in their learning from this data, and then you're linking them in with support services.
We are able to compare the data over time from multiple assessments and can track students' progress and growth and further identify areas where students are excelling and the areas that need additional support. Based on the data analysts, this helps us to set clear and measurable goals for educators and the students. By systematically collecting, analysing and using data to inform decisions throughout the teaching cycle, educators can create more targeted and effective instructions that support students' learning and achievement.
Cool, thank you, that's really helpful. If you don't mind, I'm just going to jump straight through these because we've only got a few minutes, but what are the most effective data sources that you would use to plan a teaching cycle?
Firstly, I like to draw attention to the students' attendance.
Okay.
This ties in closely with the SIP team focus and I am working on.
Are you? That's
but
so
if
cool.
a student has poor attendance, they are missing a lot of a vital stepping stone to the success of the classroom.
Yep, that makes sense.
Effective planning for the teaching considers comprehensive insights into the students' learning, progress and needs, including the formative assessment mentioned earlier and observations. Personally, I view standard tests and projects as helpful as effective data to track student success, as it allows students to demonstrate and understand the application of knowledge. Of course, generic grades at the end of each semester are a reflection of an individual student, academic achievements which can help families to additionally identify trends and areas of improvement and goals for the improvement in their performance over time. By employing a combination of effective data sources, educators can take a meaningful look into students' learning and needs to inform the planning and implications of teaching cycles to the best set students up for success.
Wow, you said so many words then. That was pretty insightful though, thank you. I think I absorbed all of that. Thank you. Next question, if you don't mind. How do you provide, or how do you plan lessons to incorporate engaging teaching strategies? So, yeah, how do you plan these lessons to make them engaging?
Planning engaging lessons truly does come down to knowing your cohort and their interests. Different year levels, abilities, and demographics, even socioeconomic status of the area where the school is located, can affect the ways in which classrooms can be engaged. As a general rule of thumb, if you start the lesson with a bang, captive their attention, and this can be in your favor. Different strategies can engage students and can include being an actor, a little bit of a silly or quirky personality, someone to look forward to seeing every day, be real and honest to the students. Typically, hands-on learning activities engage the students well also.
So you're saying I should start the lesson with a bang, like?
Exactly.
Hello.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's good feedback.
Setting clear learning objectives aligned with the APST and selective diverse teaching strategies such as active learning, interactive technology tools, differentiated instructions, and multimedia aids further assist.
Okay, cool.
The ICT is hugely popular within the classroom. We now utilize the ICT more frequently, and this has become the new norm.
May I quickly ask, do you guys use an interactive whiteboard a lot?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Do the students enjoy, like, do you think that gains their attention, captivates them more, having an interactive digital whiteboard than the old-fashioned whiteboard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah, cool.
And games are also games-based activity such as Wordle, Global, Minecraft, and Prodigy assist to engage with the students. This sort of engaging teaches strategy that can promote injury-based and collaboration learning opportunities.
Okay. Thank you. Have I asked you this one? How do you provide differentiated teaching and learning opportunities in the cycle?
By planning varying levels of support, enrichment, and challenge.
Okay.
Identifying students who are struggling and plan to additional support to address their specific needs. This could look into additional support from the teacher's aid, extra time, extra explanation, visual cues even. Incorporating engaging and interactive activities, planning to meet the interests and levels of the student identified throughout the data analysis. Use the data-driven instruction, formative assessment. Reflect on the teacher cycle, analyze and work well and for areas of improvement. Use reflections to inform, improve future practices, and then, based on evaluation and reflection, make necessary adjustments to instructional strategies, materials and assessments to be met the needs of the students and teaching cycle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, thank you. I love that you're so nervous with public speaking that you literally need to have this in front of you, yet you can get up in front of a classroom. It's great. Next question, I'll keep you focused. How do you select feedback and use a variety of assessment tools and practices, including feedback?
By providing opportunities for reflection, self-assessment and timely feedback supports the skills and student directed to learning. If we can use an assessment tool for the students to feel engaged in or confident in, then that is the additional win. For example, the learning platform Style,
Yeah, that's a good one.
can return feedback to the students plus collect data for us. I like the range of assessment tools.
I've used Style before. Do your children like it?
Oh, they love it.
Same.
It is a really great tool to use.
It is, yeah. How do you integrate technology into your assessment practices? I mean, we've spoken about how you use it in the everyday classroom. You've got the interactive whiteboard, you've mentioned Prodigy, you've mentioned Style just now. I think you mentioned Roblox or Minecraft, yeah. So now, how do you integrate that technology into your assessment practices to ensure that you're providing diverse and meaningful feedback to the students?
Wow, what a great question. Digital assessment tools such as Google Forms are an effective way to gather live feedback and automatically grading the analyst of the results. Online quiz and test platforms for the quiz assessments that provide intermediate feedback to the student and allow automatic grading and analysing for the results is effective and saves a lot of time.
Do you find that the students engage better with online quizzes compared to paper, like in this day and age, or do you think they're still engaging better on paper?
I think in a bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Any further comments on that one?
Well, there was interactive polls and surveys, even on the games such as Kahoot. The interactive polling and survey tool can gather students' feedback, opinions, and perception on learning experiences to help inform and improve teaching practices. Digital animation and market up tools can be used to provide feedback and directly on students' projects. We don't use that too much at the moment, but it can be a valuable tool similar to audio and visual feedback. A great example of this is during COVID lockdowns, where we were hosting classes via Zoom links daily, another use of ICT. ICT is used as simple as an interactive whiteboard, iPads for educational purposes, laptops to engage in work, or encourage peers and self-assessment.
That's a really valid point. Can I just jump back to what you said here? What was it? Look at all your notes. Oh yeah. Incorporating general capabilities and cross-curricular priorities into teaching cycle, intentionally designing lessons. Oh, sorry, I just jumped to the next one, don't mind me. Question, how do you integrate technology into your assessment and provide feedback? So you've mentioned the ACARA, it promotes critical and creative thinking, ethical understanding, personal and social capabilities should be integrated through the curriculum to develop well-rounded learners. Cross-curricular priorities such as Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander histories and cultures, Asia and Australia's engagement with Asia, and sustainability should be woven into lessons. Why'd you write that and you didn't say it? That's a good answer. I like that one. All right, sorry, I won't keep you long. We're nearly done. How do you teach? How do you make sustainable and suitable adjustments to teaching based on ongoing student data and analysis?
This can look like reviewing assessment results, classroom observation, and student feedback to identify areas of strength and areas needing to be improved.
Awesome, thank you.
This continuous cycle of data-driven decisions making ensure that the teaching remains responsive and effective, promoting student engagement, understanding, and achievement.
That's awesome. That's all of my questions for you. Do you have any further comments along the lines of data collection and input in the classroom that could be helpful to me?
No. Good luck with your assessment and your GTPA.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.